This an all-out blitz, real hard hits. Them other podcast trash, we gon' make them all quit. We cover all the topics with intelligence and logic. I know you wanna score, but ID gon' stop it. We from Texas, so that mean that we Texans. Breaking down the X's and O's, our profession. No complaining, just training, you see the progression. They had a Pro Bowl for talk shows, we get selected. We gon' celebrate every win like a birthday. Ray J with the news, first with all the updates. Spin move on the competition, yeah, we juking them. You not really in touch if you not tuning in. This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown, we not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up out the street, cause them bulls out the pen and they bout to stampede.
Yo, welcome to Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your host of the night, Crenshaw. But we got two special guests tonight. But before I introduce them, let me introduce y'all to my dynamic trio. Right now, we got the founding father, Mr. Matthew Briggs.
What up, fellas?
What's up? And we have a new face. So y'all get ready for this face. It's a cute face right here. Pause. This guy is funny as hell. We got Mr. Bo Diggity, 713.
What's up, world? What's good? How y'all doing?
All right. So I guess for tonight, the dynamic duo of the Believe Texans. Matter of fact, this is the best duo since the Hardy Boys.
Oh.
Yes, it's the best duo since the Hardy Boys. So we got Mr. Ruben and Mr. Harley. Say what's up to the folks.
What's going on, people?
What's going on, everybody?
Man, let's get it.
Hold on. First off, I want to appreciate some love for Crenshaw. Like, I didn't know he knew any WWE references. Like, gotta give it a clap out there. But, I mean, Hardy Boys are to go, and I can see that, but they give me more of a 3D vibe. They, the Dudley Boys, you know?
Dudley Boys.
Oh, my brother.
Yeah,
testify.
Get the table. Harley, get the table.
Oh, man, y'all taking me back.
All right. So Texans had a game on Sunday, and Matt and Bo, we gave our recap on the game. So we're gonna kick it off to you, Ruben. What did you think of the game on Sunday against Denver?
Fantastic. I said this was a big win for you when you talk about the Denver Broncos being on a 5-game winning streak, Super Bowl winning head coach in Sean Payton, Super Bowl winning quarterback in Russell Wilson, and for your defense to step up and create 3 turnovers in the second half. I mean, that is absolutely insane. This is, a game where we saw the offense do just enough and this defense really bring it home. And this is just a great win for this coaching staff as well. I think DeMeco Ryans is now, a lock for Coach of the Year. This game yesterday showed that the Houston Texans are legit. They can compete with the best of the best. And a bounce back week from, the crazy game against the Jaguars. Normally when the Houston Texans have the fate of themselves in their hands, they usually fold. So for them to win, I mean, it's just a great sign for this team for the future. And it's tough now. You have 5 games left. We have to start score watching the other 2 divisional teams, but great win for the Houston Texans.
I agree. Harley, a.k.a. the lead, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, basically the same thing. You hit the nail on the head there. The Houston Texans definitely got themselves a must-win victory. They control their fate for the rest of this schedule, the rest of the playoffs. And we all know it. They're 7-5. There's still quite a few games ahead of us. You got 2 in the end division with the Titans. You have a Colts game at the very end that everyone's looking forward to. We just got to focus on one game at a time. The Jets are a team that you can't sleep on them, all right? And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Zach Wilson is, the quarterback situation sucks. You're absolutely right, damn it. But you can't sleep on them. The defense is still elite. You still got Robert Saleh. He's still doing his thing with that defense. Sure, struggles media-wise with him, but, New York, who else is going to be magnified more than the Jets and the Giants across the NFL? So the Texans got themselves a must-win victory this Sunday, and they got to do it again. It's must win from here on out pretty much.
Agree. Matt, Bo, you have any more thoughts on the Denver game?
My one thing is, we brought it up Sunday, but I still got to talk about one old dude Singleton, when he put his hands on CJ when he started headbutting him. Davis Mills would have backed down. Deshaun Watson probably would have backed down. You finally got a quarterback that stands up for himself, and not just a quarterback, but I don't know if y'all saw the video, but you had Tank Dell come all the way from the end zone to come give him some peace. Like you finally got a quarterback, a leader that wants, that demands the guys that follow him. Like we never had that in the history of the Texans. We never had that. You can say J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson, but even DeMeco, but I don't think so. C.J. Stroud is a different type of cat, and I'm glad he's a Houston Texan.
Yeah, and to piggyback about the game, it was just nice to see, them continue to fight. Like this Texas team continues to fight on and on and on. Like past teams, if it looks shaky, you can 100%. We could probably put 90% on that we might lose that game. So it's good to see that this team, rallies together. They have each other's back. They make plays as a team. The whole swarm. It really entails about the team, about how great they can be. So I was just happy to see them continue to fight and not give up.
One quick thing I would like to add. Can we please quit going conservative? Like put your foot on the neck and just break it. Like I'm done letting these teams come back into games. Just keep being aggressive.
Heart attack every freaking week,
every week.
Yeah, it's been 8 straight weeks.
Dude, who was it? Sean Pendergast did like the math. There's like 11 seconds. Decides all the games. Like, bro,
crazy.
Like can't be letting that happen.
It's like you can't enjoy, your buzz. You can't enjoy being drunk because you're glued to the TV, and it's like you could feel your vein just beating and boom and boom. And thank God most of the time this year it's been a victory where you could just scream and jump up and down. But I remember the years prior where lost. And I just looked down and sat down and said, damn.
Those Bill O'Brien teams, they just give up. They used to just give up. And that used to be so disheartening watching them teams. They used to just, they'd be flat. They wouldn't come back. You'd be like, all right, it's over with. It's over with.
Was it 2019? If we had this team in the playoff game, I think it'd be different. I don't think the Chiefs run out of fireworks, bro. Like, I think we put a bigger fight. I don't think C.J. Stroud goes quiet like Deshaun Watson. I think Nico Collins makes more moves, unlike DeAndre Hopkins. You just got a team that's full of fighters, and again, it's rare to see.
That Hopkins comment was suspect.
It goes back to the as a team.
What?
Stop being so cute. Like you said, put your foot on the gas and go. Stop these trick plays, these little fake punts. Because that fake punt in that game, which I know I'm bringing up old history, but that fake punt killed us.
Right.
Look at the Chiefs. That was just bad momentum swing. After that, it just went downhill. So stop being cute.
I got what are you talking about, bro? Like he disappeared after the second half.
Man, but it's like this is D-Hop. We're comparing D-Hop to Nico. If you're asking me who do you want out there in the playoff game, I'm going D-Hop every single time.
Now? D-Hop now?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, now. I mean, I guess I'll go Nico Collins, but
that's all I'm saying. Okay, back then, of course, you'll take Hop 2019 Hop over anybody. You'll be like, I want Hop out there, but now I take Nico. Give me Nico.
And like I would take him too, but you gotta say Nico's Collins' hungriness is a lot better than DeAndre Hopkins, right? I mean, even when he was here, he wasn't really that hungry. He was just, just showing up.
Once a player gets paid, it gets fishy. I don't know what it is, but once a player gets paid, it just I don't know. They happy now, they content, they don't want to they not hungry no more, but it happens.
Shout out to Spider-Man.
Shout out to Miles Morales back there.
Yeah, that's Miles Morales. Yes. So, you guys right because we, 8 straight close games. I remember the game against the Jazz. I was sitting behind Harley Pause, and the game was so intense. I saw his face turn red, I was like, Harley, are you okay up there?
Oh, man. I get going at games, bro. I get going, man. Like I'm gonna see people see this good little side of me and everything, in front of the camera and all that. Nah, dude. Like I am. There's a video of the Astros in 2021 with Jason Castro against the Red Sox, and he had got the hit off of Nathan Eovaldi late in the game. Basically won the game for them. It was like 8th inning, I want to say. And I mean, there's a video of us at Cobos, and I'm in the very corner of that video, and I am just screaming. I am full intense guy, like fully intense. If anybody, I mean, I don't know if Ruben remembers that part of me in school when we had, so me and Ruben went to school together, high school together. And shout out to Yes Press Southeast, by the way. And we had this thing called Families. Families was a spiff on, Harry Potter's kind of like, here you go to the different of whatever it's called. I haven't watched Harry Potter in a decade, so I don't know how it's called anymore. But anyway, I was in the Red Devil family, and I was the guy that, I don't know if Ruben remembers, but I was the guy that was the leader of that family. I led the cheer off. Like we had the big ass cheer. And everybody knows, like, I am super intense, super hype, all emotion kind of dude. So when you see me at the games, if anybody sees me at the games, I'm going to say hi and everything. But you best believe if you are a row below me or 3 rows below me or 5 rows above me, you will hear me. You will. I am loud. I do not sit down for the majority of the game. I am a true Houstonian fan. Astros, Rockets, Texans. Hell, I'll be there at the Dynamo screaming out someone's number because I don't know the names too well. So you'll see me there, man.
And this is facts what he said because I was there to witness that. This is facts.
I'm the same way. Like if the Texans are playing like shit, nobody's getting a nap in my house. Like I'm breaking up the whole house. Like even in the neighbors, like people calling the cops because I'm murdering somebody. So
the beer, like it tastes worse when you're losing.
Right.
It's just fun to crack open one after a victory, right? Your relationship is better. Your girl looks a little bit better. Life, it looks like it might, it might turn over a little bit for the better. You could take all the bullshit that life throws at you because, on Sunday, you're going to see number 7 sling that thing. And I mean, he showed you no lead is safe. Pause. That is crazy. That is insane. No lead is safe.
I agree because I know a game shouldn't affect your mood for a whole week. But after a loss, boy, that Monday is tough. That's a tough Monday.
No,
boy.
dude, the Jags game, I feel like I was at a funeral.
Wearing black and everything, huh?
Especially losing like that. Like if you get blown out, it is what it is. We didn't play good, but if you lose a close one, you'd be like, man, that's tough. Like the Panthers, the Panthers, Falcons, and Jags game this year has been the worst games. That was so tough for me to deal with after that game. It was horrible.
I was so disgusted. I took a shower.
I mean, Panthers fans came into our comments on YouTube, and because they clipped the video where it was just where they had asked us for the initial response on if we had any chance for the Panthers game. And of course, I said no. They ain't had no chance. Everybody before the game is saying the Texans are going to whoop the Panthers' ass. But because me and Ruben got clipped and said that they had no chance whatsoever, then everybody, as soon as that game ended, we had people immediately, like Texans fans, immediately. You can't tell me that thing isn't in the draft, bro. So you already praying on my downfall, on this team's downfall?
As soon as the game was over, man.
Come on, man.
And what made it worse, Jonathan Stewart, old Panthers running back, was on that podcast. So he retweets it. It gets some traction. It's like, bro, how can we talk so much mess and then lose? So, me and Harley got real humble after the Panthers game. We were like, we're just going to respect every team. But now I'm starting to feel that confidence in me again, that shit talking in me again.
Okay. All right. One more thing on this Denver and Texans game. This has been a hot topic on Texans Twitter. So since we got a couple of days to dissect it, Give me guys' thoughts on that Tank Dell play. Do you think he should have been in? Think it was the right call? It was just an unfortunate situation. And Bo Diggity, Bo Doubt, I'm gonna start with you.
You know what? In hindsight, you would say no, he shouldn't have been in the course because you're like, man, he should not. He's a I don't want to say little, but he's he's on the smaller side for receivers, and he shouldn't be blocking in all the things. Go two tight end personnel, add another lineman. I don't know, man, but yeah, that was tough because of course with the touchdown, you like, yeah, we scored a touchdown. Let's go, Damien Pierce. You back on the board. You got things moving. And then you see number 3 on the ground. You like, he ain't moving. Why number 3 ain't moving?
Right.
But yeah, that
like that meme with the stick,
Yeah, that was tough. So, yeah, so of course, okay, yes, no, he should have been out there. But of course, as an offensive coordinator, Bobby Slow, you're like, okay, I still need my dynamic play out there so they think I'm going to him, and that's why I say you can't win. It's a win-lose situation. So it is what it is. But as me personally, no, I wouldn't have put him out there. I would have had linemen, tight ends, not him.
It's just right. You always have the threat of checking back into a pass if you like what the defense is giving you. And look, man, injuries happen in football, right? We just saw Trevor Lawrence get a high ankle sprain. It is going to happen. I am not liking fans saying, oh, well, Tank Dell should have been out there. So, Harley brought up this point. Well, like, do you even bring him out then when you're running the football, right? Right? Like, if you're scared of him getting hurt.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
That's just not an argument that I'm willing to have with someone. It is football. Injuries happen. And when you have 2 behemoths on your leg, man, I mean, my thing would have broke as well. So it's a freak accident. It sucks as happened. It obviously hurts more that it's Tank Dell, but no issue with him being out there. It's football, ladies and gentlemen.
Harley?
Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing with Ruben on the Believe in Texans podcast. I fully agree with what the rant was with DJ Bieniemy. I fully agree with it. This is football, man. Like, it is what it is. I mean, I am so man. It really upset me because on the Believe in Texas podcast, I was just like, man, dude, this is football. At the end of the day, these are grown men. And like, what if Tank Dell we saw all the video. It's tough to be an armchair guy. And just like we get to see everything 24 hours later, and it's like, well, actually, I mean, come on, man. When you're in the midst of the game, he thought, okay, I gotta block this guy that way because there's nobody blew the whistle, no one's saying touchdown. He's thinking, hey, let me get in there and let me get something so that way we could get this touchdown because this is a team game. And that's what DeMeco preaches constantly in the locker room about swarming, about relentless mindset. Like we cannot backtrack ourselves to say, oh, well, he can't do that. Like Bieniemy, his rant on Paul Gallant show, absolutely perfection because anybody, like Ruben just said, anybody would have broke their leg on that play. The big ass dude gonna land on your leg like that, it's gonna snap it too easily. So, like Bieniemy said, every Texans fan out there, you'd rather have someone else's leg broken than Tank Dell. Just say that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the statement. Apparently not. We'd like to have someone else's leg broken instead of Tank Dell. That is exactly what Texans fans want to say.
And Mr. Briggs, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, every fan's gonna say that, right? They're gonna be like, "Oh, he shouldn't be in there." But like, if you're a true diehard fan that actually covers it, like Ruben, Harley, Bo, Crenshaw, myself, we know like that's not the case. Like you're going to have to play, and the Texans receivers are what I think they're top 2 in blocking. Like the receivers by themselves, like they win most of their blocks. So why not have, especially Tank Dell? Like he's a small dude, but he wins a lot of his blocks. So like a lot of the big plays, on the run plays, is because of him blocking down there in the secondary. Like he is a crucial part. Again, any given Sunday, it happens. Who thought Joe Theismann was going to get his leg snapped? Who thought Alex Smith was going to get his leg snapped? Like it happens. Every game, there's at least one injury. So we can't just sit here and say, oh, he shouldn't play. Well, good thing they're not head coaches because then we'd probably still be 1-16. Like it's dumb to think that. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
All right, let's go off into some Texans news. So the big news today, we have a cornerback named Derek Stingley on Defensive Player of the Week. Now, my question to you guys, do you think he deserved it? Do you think our own player, Will Anderson, got snubbed, or it was the right call? And I'm going to start off with you, Mr. 713 Ruben.
I mean, you got to go ahead and give it to Derek Stingley. He absolutely just deserves this award. And then just think about all the stuff he's overcome. You had a majority of people calling him a bust, and for him to come back and go on this tear of 4 interceptions in the past 3 games, and 2 of them, on Sunday against Russell Wilson, who in the previous 5 games during that winning streak did not turn the ball over, did not throw an INT. And for Derek Stingley to have just an impact like this, it's insane. And what's crazy is that every time he goes down, dude, I really do hold my breath. I'm like, please get up. And, he's getting up. So shout out to Derek Stingley. It does suck that, the guy he beat was Will Anderson Jr., who had a fantastic game himself. But Derek Stingley deserves that Player of the Week, man. Shout out to him. I'm going to go ahead and say he gets another one, dude.
Damn. All right. I love it.
Okay. I like it. I like it. And Harley, what you got?
Yeah, basically along the same lines. I agree. I think Derek Stingley deserved it. I think the highlight play alone of the elite awareness, elite ball skills, just grabbing that damn interception away from Cortland Sutton and Russell Wilson going, what the hell? Who did just came into my shot right there? Derek Stingley, number 24, absolutely fantastic game from him. Credit, though, to Will Anderson. Did get that pass deflection for one of his interceptions. Will Anderson had a fantastic game, too. Hey, I'll take it. The number 1, Derek Stingley, and in second place was Will Anderson. Hell yeah. I'll take that every day of the week. I'm not accustomed to that as a Texans fan for the last 2 to 3 years. Like, I still got some hurt left in my heart from those past years. All right. That hasn't gone away. That trauma is still in the back of my mind. That's why I question some things sometimes as a Texan fan. But ultimately, this is a deserved win and a deserved award for Derek Stingley.
Bro, I be thinking if this is real life, man. I'm like, dude, just a couple of months. Dude, this time last year, I kid you not, season was already over. We were talking about, are we going to pick number 1? I was looking at the free agency list every single week. Who could we potentially pick up? Man, what a time.
Mock drafts after mock drafts after mock draft.
Yep. Watching college football very closely.
Right. Yeah. All right. So the Texans added Adrian Amos, how you say his damn name, and Davion Davis. So Bo Diggity, how do you think those guys will help the team come Sunday?
Y'all might feel looking at me crazy, but who is Davion Davis? I know Amos. Who is Davion Davis? Who is that?
I believe he got some burn on what is before, correct?
Yes, he did. He played with the USFL previously. He was also on this roster before. He got injured with us. He actually looked half decent in preseason. I know that was like, of course, a lot of Texans fans find their sweethearts in preseason all the time. But Davion Davis, I guess, was one of those sweethearts. He did end up getting hurt. I believe it was 2 years ago. I don't remember the exact year, but I mean, there's not a lot on him. So,
and he also came from the Browns and Cardinals too, didn't he not?
Yeah.
What position is this?
Wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver.
Should have started with
receiver. Okay, receiver. Okay. Gotcha. He's a wide receiver. Him so much. I don't know. I don't really know nothing about him. I can't really tell you anything. But as far as Amos, I feel like that's a great pickup. For one thing, as much as I hate to say it, Jimmy Ward is very fragile. I don't want to say not fragile, but I don't know if they have him on a game count or whatnot. But he's missed some games. And then they'll put in, what's his name? Houston Carson, which isn't a bad player, but I be holding my breath sometimes when I see number 30, right? I think he's number 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's number 30. Yeah, I be holding my breath sometimes when I see him out there. I be like, okay, do you know what you're doing out here? Because sometimes you look a little lost. But he has made some plays. But I think Amos will come in and help us tremendously. Give us a lot of depth in the secondary.
Okay. So Dalton Schultz came back to practice today. Matt, I know. How do you think Dalton's going to help this squad on Sunday? Do you think they're going to go 2 tight end sets with Brevin or no?
I mean, yeah, with Tank gone, you're gonna have to throw as many packages as you can, right? Like he's another weapon for you. Brevin Jordan's been good since he's been gone, but adding Dalton Schultz and Brevin Jordan just makes it better. So yeah, having Dalton Schultz back is and we've seen it before when the play breaks down, he's a security blanket for CJ. And the last couple of games, I don't know what the deal is, but the play has been breaking down a lot. So it's always good to see his security blanket right there. So yeah, big props for him coming back. We definitely need his red zone presence as well.
Already. And then Mr. Reliable, I believe he's played every game as a Texan, I think. I could be wrong, but John Weeks nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Shout out to John Weeks on that. We all agree he deserved that, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%,
yeah,
man.
Yes.
100%. All right, so Matt, you got anything else on Texas news?
Other than your favorite kicker is still active. Fairbairn's still out. So it looks like an Amendola. So
we got Amendola another week.
Yeah.
Bro, seeing Fairbairn in the top 10 percentage all time was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear no more Fairbairn slander.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yes.
There was he's overpaid and all this stuff.
I love his contract.
Okay.
I love his contract.
A lot of it's now. It's like a lot of those people are quiet and going, "Man, when's Fairbairn coming back, man?" Like, hey, Amendola though, I will say that man's got a clean lineup in terms of his haircut. Man, I saw him. I saw him last week when he missed the 58-yarder, the doink. And I was like, "Who is this?" I never really seen him
have
like
a clean
without a
line
helmet,
on the field goal. I need
like,
clean lineup for that field.
Yeah, I
goal.
was about to say the same thing because obviously
we're playing outside on Sunday. Basically, we're going to be in New York, so there's no dome, there's no inside to keep it from going left to right. You have to really be on your A game, Amendola.
Yeah, he must got like a 1.5 on the side or something. But all right, guys. So let's go off into the Jets game on Sunday. So this game is, it got a lot of familiar faces in this game, with DeMeco, Robert Saleh. We got a lot of former players there. I think George Cashman played there, Rankins, Hewitt, Amos. I mean, it's a lot of familiar faces in this game. I want to start off with you, Mr. Rubin. What are the keys to victory in this game?
I mean, the key is don't commit a turnover, right? You need to play clean football. CJ Stroud has done that. This Jets defense is legit. Quinnen Williams, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. He could ruin your day. You need to strike at this Jets defense quick. That's what our guy from Believe in Jets told us. That's how you attack this defense. Don't let them set up and try to dissect your play because they will. They're that good. But also, there might be a lot of rain that day as well. I think it might be 50% chance. They need to figure out this running situation. They need to figure out who is going to be RB1. I know Harley's about to go off in a second on a rant about Dameon Pierce, but you need to figure out who is going to be RB1 and how these carries are going to be split.
Okay, and before Harley, you go on your rant and tell us the key to victory. Do you think CJ passes over 200 yards? Granted, the Jets haven't given up 200 yards in almost 2 years.
That's a great question. CJ's been fantastic, elite quarterback for a rookie. I'll bank the over. I don't care. I'll bank the over. I'll bank the over because CJ Stroud is just absolutely different. And we've seen it continuously. And why am I going to doubt a rookie quarterback that is playing at an MVP elite level. He is a top 5 quarterback play level quarterback right now. It is absolutely insane what we're watching. We'll never see it again, probably.
Historical.
Like this
Historical.
is
Yeah.
It's crazy. And to believe that he's wearing that battle red, steel blue, and Liberty white every Sunday just gets me more excited as a fan. So absolutely, I'm hitting the over on 200 passing yards. CJ's gonna no, never mind. I ain't gonna say that. I gotta think about what I had to say right there.
Do anybody know if you played in the rain at Ohio State? Anybody got footage of that? No.
I think he did have a rain game. They played
he had a snow game for sure, and kind of the same.
What team he played? Yeah.
Okay.
Damn,
okay.
Who the hell they played? I forgot. But he did have a rain game.
Well, they need to turn the sprinklers on or something. That
I was gonna say. I'm like, they gotta simulate a rain game, like make the ball wet. Pause. You know what I mean?
Pause. Whoa.
I said pause. Some.
For real.
All right.
Before Harley breaks down his or goes into his rant about the breakdown of Singletary, Crenshaw, last time Harley and Ruben came on, you gave the hot take of Singletary being the number 1 back, and all three of us like, nah, there's no way. And then here we are. Go ahead, Ruben. I'm hard at me to steal your thunder. Go ahead, brother.
No. I was snapping along, man.
Yeah.
No. All right, man. It's just so whenever I'll think about it this way. I'll go back into the past when Crenshaw had mentioned it, and immediately I'm thinking, what's going on here, man? I mean, I'm thinking Dameon Pierce, what he did with the team last year, and I thought of it like, okay, we're getting a Gary Kubiak, Shanahan scheme. We've seen numerous amount of running backs flourish in this scheme. Hell, I saw Justin Forsett went from absolute nobody to Pro Bowl running back with the Baltimore Ravens. Hell, he had a solid little year as a backup with us and the Texans. Though Lions Thanksgiving game he was down, but touchdown anyway. So I'm thinking of it like, okay, hell, I saw Ron Dane, damn it, run the football well in this scheme. So I'm thinking Dameon Pierce, what Crenshaw talking about? Dameon Pierce finna eat. And I'm going, this man don't look the same. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get into the same Texans fan dialogue. It's only the first few weeks, maybe a little rust, maybe, he's got to get acclimated a little bit more. All right, I'm still watching. All right, nothing happening. Then he gets hurt. Okay, Devin Singletary comes in. And from what we saw, the little bit of Devin Singletary, we were like, I'd like to see a little bit more of that. I'd like to see a little bit more of that on my plate. And Devin Singletary said, hey, no problem. I got you. I'll make the plate for you. And damn it, AFC Offense Player of the Week, I've seen enough. I have seen enough. I don't want to see no more Dameon Pierce. Give him short yardage situation. Get him, his little easy, tough yards that he could get. Cool, no problem. Goal line? Sure. All you got to do is run into a pile. And Dameon Pierce will be like, run into a pile? Yeah, I do that. Okay, no problem, me, Ed. Gotcha. Devin Singletary? Buddy, reads blocks, knows lanes, cutbacks. I mean, Dameon Pierce, it's not the same running back. And it's unfortunate because, damn it, I had some goddamn money on this dude. Yeah. And he's losing me some money. And I don't like to lose money and be wrong. I mean, my goodness. I don't care.
I think it's more so the O-line, though. If you look at it, if you watch them, you see that, I don't want to say they babysit the center. What's his name? What's the center? Dieter, right? Is it Dieter?
Yeah, Michael Dieter.
But you see that the guards try to help him out, so it keeps them from getting to the next level. You see what I'm saying? I feel like they don't let him go, just let him be a one-on-one monster. Like, of course, he's not Jason Kelce. He's not that level. So he has a double team, and when you double team, the linebackers just shoot the gaps, and there's nowhere for him to go because there's no one on the linebackers. And also, what I feel like with Dameon Pierce, he needs a fullback. You cannot single back Dameon Pierce and expect some yards because he's got to make that first person miss. So that's the fullback's job. Pick up the first person, and Pierce goes. But if Pierce has to go against the first person, he always loses. There's no one cut. He's not going to make a miss because he's a power back. So give him a power eye, fullback in front, and let him work.
Is he going to run into the fullback? That is the second question.
I mean,
I don't think he will.
did Sunday, right?
I don't think he will.
We saw a screen pass, or was it a run, a toss to the left side? I know it was some play designed to the left side. Damn it, he outran his offensive lineman. He had to slow down.
Yes, he needs patience, but
The screen against the Steelers, he runs into his own guy instead of going for the touchdown.
He
like
did it
seeing
again.
a cop. I'm like,
He did it again
wait.
Sunday. He ran into his own player and fell down. Like, bro, what are you doing?
That's true. But once
Just
again, I feel like if the line ain't making a lane for you, where else can you go?
I can see that.
Where else can you go?
Some of that. I seen some of that conversation on the Texans Twitter.
So I need Juice, Dieter, and Shaq Mason because I feel like Shaq Mason is a turnstile too. I don't know why. I don't know. I thought he was going to come in here and just move people out the way, but he be struggling sometimes himself. They have to become a unit and move people out the way because there's nothing you can do as a running back unless you're Saquon Barkley or one of these Christian McCaffrey top tier running backs. He's not going to be able to just move and just juke his way out of trouble. So they have to be as a unit, move them boys off the line, and give them some space to operate. That's how I see it.
My other thing to counter that is, well, then what's the excuse for Singletary then? Because we've had, if not Dieter, Shaq Mason, and the left guard was Titus Howard. I mean, I think it was better that Juice is the left guard just because he's played guard before. He's versatile in college.
I agree with that. Yes,
so like that's my only thing I can. Like, I see what you're saying, and I've seen some of that dialogue around Texans Twitter and the YouTube pages. Like, the blocks aren't opening up as much for Dameon Pierce. Is he just not fast enough though? Like, because Devin Singletary.
I don't know if it's fast enough, but
player of the week.
If you watch the game, this past game, you can see the veteran in Singletary. He doesn't just, like you say, just run. He doesn't just shoot the gap. He gets the ball, he sees who lane is open, and he goes.
True.
Pierce is a straight, get the ball, I'm running. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm running. So, of course, you have to work on your vision, But I feel like last year, it was constantly a fullback helping him go. So, it was whether it was a toss, counter, trap, he had somebody in front of him to get that mess out the way. And now you don't really have that because it's really a one-back formation offense most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
also,
he'll learn vision.
Pierce, like you said, Pierce really doesn't make the first guy miss. Like he runs
At
him
all.
over. Right. Singletary makes the first. He'll give you a cut and take it. He'll juke him out. Yeah. So when the play does break down and guys are about to get him in the backfield, he makes that cut and he gets another 2 or 3 yards. So that's why more reason why we need Singletary as RB1.
Yeah, well, I think it's more of a scheming issue. Last year we was a power team. This year we're a zone blocking team, and it's not gonna help out Pierce. So we're gonna have to either re-sign Singletary or get one of these high-priced free agents. No, we'll just draft a guy this year.
I say
just draft a guy that's cheaper. Because Pierce is not going to get it. I don't understand. It's been we on week 12, 13, and he's still doing the same shit.
The good news though, he's still on his rookie deal, so it's not we're gonna pay him some crazy amount of money because he's a 4th round pick. So
So Matt, the news came out that Zach Wilson will be starting this Sunday. Now, be honest with me. Are you scared?
Dude, I'm more scared of my 6-year-old that's in the next room, bro. Like, nah. if his name's not Aaron Rodgers, I'm not scared of anybody that's on the Jets. Like, I'm just not. I have faith in our defense. Their line is beat up like ours, and I think Will Anderson is going to get the chance to have 2 games with multi sacks. And I need Singletary I need Stingley to outplay Sauce Gardner. So this whole narrative that we should have took Sauce at last year at 3 over Stingley to be erased. Like, I need Stingley to have another 2 interceptions. Like, I need him to ball the fuck out because I'm tired of hearing it. But yeah, I'm not scared of Zach Wilson.
Okay, let me piggyback off that right there. And this question is going to go for Ruben, Bo, and Harley. Who started the Sauce and Stingley comparison narrative? And be honest, did we make the right pick?
Who started it?
Who started? Because right now it's beef. Every time Sauce does something, they come at us. Every time our guy do something, we come at them. Who started that? Like, do
That's
you
a
guys
good
remember
question.
who
It's
started
been that day
right
since
there?
they were both
I feel like it's been the
drafted.
Jets. I feel like it's the Jets fan base because every time I hear Jets, like, thank you for taking Sting and not Sauce. Every time I've never told a Jets fan we should have took Sauce. I've never heard a Texas person say we should have took Sauce. All right, it's always Jets fans saying we got Sauce. They took Sting. They should have took Sauce. We got the good one. And even analysts, they be like, the Jets got Sauce Gardner. Sometimes you think the Texans who they should have got. Should they have got Sauce and Sting? So I think it's more of a Jets New York thing. I don't think we started that.
Ruben?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both, right? Because when you see Derek Stingley go out in year one and you see Sauce Gardner have the type of year that he has, right? There's always going to be some discourse between the two fan bases. I think it started all the way back on draft day, right? Derek Stingley selected first, Sauce Gardner selected behind, and then we saw how their rookie seasons played out. And right now, I mean, it's still heating up. You have Sauce Gardner healthy, but not really the same numbers that Derek Stingley has. And Derek Stingley's only played in 6 games, 4 interceptions in 3 games. That's insane. He might have, 2 more by the way he's been playing. But I think this Sunday, the conversation comes to an end because even if Garrett Wilson or one of these Jets wide receivers get open, I don't think Zach Wilson's going to be able to, to find the open man. I think actually the Jets are more scared about starting Zach Wilson than we are playing against them. It's going to be a bad day for Zach Wilson. I honestly think the Houston Texans don't allow a touchdown.
Ooh.
Man, I got a different approach to this, man.
You think it's a shootout or what?
I don't want to say a shootout, but every time we play teams that we should beat, bro, it is a nightmare, man. I don't know why. I went to the Panthers game with my chest puffed out, and look what happened. I went to the Falcons game, even though the Falcons have a decent defense. Desmond Ridder, we're finna shut him out.
Yeah, career
Did not work out. Did not work out at all. So I don't know, man. I feel like we get every team's best shot when they play the Texans. I don't know why you think you'll think we won so many Super Bowls in the past or whatnot, but when they play the Texans, I feel like everybody come with their A game, or the Texans play down to their competition and make mistakes. I don't know. I'm just praying that it's not one of those games, and I'm overthinking it. I'm praying I'm overthinking this.
Hardy, what about you, bro?
Yeah, so I just think both guys are linked together. Just because they're picked back to back, they play the same position. I just think the NFL media is always going to link those guys back to back, and it's going to be one of those random ass accounts. ML Football Rookie Watch. It's going to be one of those random accounts that they're just kicking the hornet's nest, right? They're kicking, whether it's the Jets, whether it's the Texans. It was, I would say, initially, just the play of Sauce Gardner playing at an all-pro cornerback level in his rookie year. And then you're looking at your corner and you're going, he's hurt, and it sucks because when he's on the field, damn, he looks pretty damn good. Nobody throws his way. And when they do, we just saw a little glance of what happens when you throw his way last Sunday in Denver. And Russell Wilson found out for the foreseeable future that he should never throw towards Derek Stingley's way anymore. And the rest of the NFL got put on notice that, Stingley, he is here. He is healthy from what it looks like. And damn it, he's going to play in an elite corner. And I'm all for it. I can't wait for more of the dialogue to continue. I love going back and forth. It reminds me of the Harden versus Curry kind of conversation in MVP. I love the dialogue. I love the Yankees versus Astros dialogue and all that good stuff. So at the end of the day, I think it is what it is. They're linked together. It's like Bryce and CJ Stroud. They're going to be linked together forever at the hip, 1 and 2. And, so far it's panning out for us. So,
well, the good thing about, I'm not saying a good thing, but the positive about Sauce this game, he has a pass rush to help him, right? Like they get to the quarterback, which helps them hurry the ball up and helps the quarterback. Now we finally got that in Will Anderson. Jonathan Gennard is coming back to what we thought he could be. Like we finally got a pass rush, and you're seeing, like you said, you saw what happened Sunday. He had 2 interceptions. Yeah, one interception was, like you said, the play of the game. Like everybody in the stadium watching the game thought that was a touchdown. It was wide open. He was going to cook it, and then all of a sudden, 2-4 comes out and just snatches the ball out. So yeah, I just think you're going to see more great things from Stingley.
Okay, I want to correct myself. I said 200. I meant to say 300 yards. They haven't allowed in almost 2 years. So Harley, do you still think CJ gets going to break that record, or is it going to be under 300 yards? Now his game average is 295 yards. So he goes over or he stays under.
What am I thinking about? I don't care about being wrong. Hit me with the over, damn it. We're breaking the damn records. He's breaking all kinds of records. He's got his name already in the Hall of Fame in terms of rookie statistics and rookie memorabilia. Throw it in there. Who cares?
So you're saying over 300?
Over. Why not?
He needs 168 yards every game from here on out to break Andrew Luck's record. Easily accomplished.
And he's 250 on Price Picks, so I'm gonna take the over on that as
well. This man looked at it real quick on his phone. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Let me see what he's cooking.
So with that being said, Ruben, give me a score prediction.
I'm gonna go 21-9. I'm gonna stick by what I said. I don't think this Jets offense is good. It is actually downright horrible. The pass doesn't work. The run doesn't work. And this defense is finally healthy, right? This is the first time all year last week where you get to see your starting secondary. Will Anderson looks like he's about to come into his own. You have Jonathan Gennard. Don't forget about me. I still had a sack last week. I think this defense is about to turn it up. I think the addition of Adrian Amos is going to also help as well. I think he does play on Sunday, the familiarity with the Jets offensive scheme and just them in general. But I think it is going to be a great game for this Houston Texans team. And CJ Stroud said it himself. He likes being the villain. And go ahead and beat a team that you should beat. And let's start looking at who else we need to beat, because AFC South, baby, it's wide open.
It's wide. Yeah, that's right. It's wide open. Bo, what you got?
My prediction, we always have some weird scores. There's always some weird number. I'm gonna say 26 because we missed field goal. I mean, we go for 2 or something. So I'm gonna say 26 Texans and 13 Jets. 26-13.
The lead.
I'm looking at 24-12. I don't think the Jets are going to score a touchdown. They've struggled all year to throw the football consistently. Obviously, we all know the roulette wheel of quarterbacks that they've gone through. Rami Lavi, who Ruben mentioned earlier, for podcast for Believe in Jets, in-flight snack. He's from also on WFAN 60 New York media radio, and I mean, he said that he doesn't even know who. This was before Zach Wilson was announced. He said he doesn't even know who's going to be playing quarterback. He says it's been just a rough year overall watching Jets games, and he's got 2 tickets to the game, and he's questioning whether or not he wants to sit through and watch a Jets game. But he likes to watch the Houston Texans play and CJ Stroud and company. So if you got your own fan base already, like, man, I don't even think that they have a chance. I'm going to go 24-12 Texans. I don't think they score a touchdown. And screw it. Yeah, I'll double down on over 300. Why not? Let's do it.
Already. And Briggs?
So you got Derek Stingley versus Sauce Gardner. Well, we also forgot to mention, we got DeMeco Ryans versus Robert Salar. You got the teacher versus the student. I think the student comes in there and smacks his ass at 17 pause. It's 17-0. I think it's a shutout. I think the defense shows up and CJ Stroud cooks perfection. Like Ruben said, move on to the AFC South Championship. Watch out, because it's a wrap with the Jets.
Shit, you should have just said because Stone Cold said so. I mean, that's what I thought you was going with. You know? That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line because Briggs said so. Yeah,
go get you some beers or something. I'm with you guys. The Jets offense has been ass all year, so I'm gonna go with the Texans. I'm gonna go Texans 24. I'm gonna give Jets 10. I'm gonna give Jets 10 points. So 24-10. That's my score prediction. And let me get to this one comment right here. I want you guys to take right here. What do you guys think the final record of the Texans is going to be for this next 6 game? Just give me the final record at the end of the season.
So we got 5 games left, Kurt, correct?
Mhm.
Yes, 5 games.
Cleveland Titans.
Got the
Yeah,
Jets,
5 games left.
Two
Jets,
Titans,
Browns.
Cleveland. Right.
Titans, Colts, Titans.
Yes.
Yeah.
12-5.
So we're gonna run the table.
You have to run the table if you're thinking about AFC South. You have to run the table. You cannot lose a game and have the Colts win one or Jacksonville win one, regardless if
Don't get my hopes up,
or not.
man. Don't get my hopes up, man.
Well, I mean, you got to look, right? So Jacksonville, they play the Browns this Sunday, and then next week they play the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
And the Colts, they have a kind of easy schedule, but they run into us at the end of the year. So if we run the table, they potentially run the table. We're going to be battling for the AFC South Week 18 in Indianapolis.
Yes. Yes. And I think the Colts got Tampa Bay, and the Tampa Bay trying to make the playoffs right now. I think they're a game out. So that's going to be a key game for us right there.
I'm gonna say 11-5 because we rest our starters for the playoffs. Week 17. I think the Colts. Look what they did against the Titans. They almost lost the Titans. If it wasn't for Ryan Tannehill always screwing the Titans over, even when he's not the quarterback, like it's a different game. So I think the Colts are finally coming down to earth and injuries, right? I mean, every team is getting more hurt every game.
Yep, every week. Yep.
Right. So I think the Colts are going to lose at least 2. I think they're going to
4-game winning streak right now.
Right. Are you really think you have faith in the Colts after that Titans game?
Not that I have faith, is they showed that, time and time again that they can win football games.
Right. And
has become shown to be the next also great young head coach in the NFL. And if you watch the game, Gardner Minshew was doing things he hadn't done all year, which was push the ball down the field. If he taps into that, I mean, I see at the Bengals, against the Steelers, at Falcons, home against Raiders, and home against us Week 18. It's very easy for them. It's very easy. So, I mean, I like that 14% chance of winning the division, man. It's just going to be – we have to start score watching.
Yeah.
I think the Colts – well, you're right. I think they have a positive future, especially if AR comes back healthy. Shane Steichen is a genius when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, but I think the Steelers can sneak one in. The Buccaneers, they can sneak one in. I just think they're going to kind of come down because you're right. They've been on a 4-game win streak, but just like us, they had a pretty easy schedule. So now you got teams like the Steelers. I mean, and the Bengals. Brownie beat the Jaguars. So you never know. You never know. I still take the Texans 11-5 because they're sitting the starters week 17. 18, whatever you want to call it.
I'll say this. I said it on Texans Fan Battle as the hot take. I thought 9-8 was the original prediction. And I had us actually going into the last game against Indy for the division, and I had us losing because it's a full circle moment. Because last year it was supposed to be, you're supposed to lose the game, and you won it. And then this year it would have been a full circle moment. Now you need to win the game, and you lose it because that's Houston sports. It's just heartbreak Houston 24/7. But this Texans team is absolutely different. CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryans and company. I'm kind of riding with Ruben here. I really am. I think they can run the table. I think they can.
Good.
And why not? Let's do it. Let's go last game of the season where we play the Indianapolis Colts, and let's have it for all the marbles on the table. And the reason I had us losing to the Colts in my hot take prediction is because I thought we would beat them in week 2. And since we didn't beat them week 2, and I don't think a lot of people mentioned it, maybe I'm pulling too much here, but Pat McAfee had CJ Stroud on his podcast, on his YouTube, ESPN actually now. Damn, he's gotten so big. Pause. And I didn't even think about it. And
Crazy.
And he had mentioned that near the very end about, hey, be careful with my Colts and whatnot. There's a different face. It was a very serious face with CJ Stroud when he talked about the Colts. like very serious. Does he? Since we know so much about CJ Stroud and his characteristics and his mannerisms, like, does it feel like he took that loss, really to heart, and he's like, man, I can't wait to face these Colts again. Maybe I'm pulling too much. I like doing that. I like it.
Dude, how long was he upset about that interception against the Patriots?
Exactly. There we go. Yeah. Like, these are things that we've seen from him constantly. Go take a look at that little clip video with Pat McAfee. He talks about the Colts. And he's like, nah, man, nah. We're gonna take care of the Colts. They're a good team. Gives them all their flowers, all that good stuff. Yeah. He was really serious, and so let's ride the table, man. Let's go with it. 12-5. Let's win this damn division. Come on now. H-Town back on top.
Okay. All right. Bo, you get your predictions already?
I'll give it to you. Back to CJ, I would say I saw his serious face at the end of that Jaguars game when that field goal was missed. I'll never forget that face. He was pissed. You could tell. You could look at his face. He was pissed. But like I said on Sunday's show, I had the ceiling at 10-7, and that probably could change. It could change. The Houston in me, history. It's telling me 10-7. I don't know why. It's telling me 10-7, regardless of whatever happens. But the enthusiastic fan in me is saying 12-5. Let's like you said, run the table. Let's beat these. You got Zach Wilson. Who's the Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
You
Will
got
Levis twice.
Will Levis
Captain
twice,
Mayo.
and then you got Gardner Minshew. You should not lose to those 5 quarterbacks. I'm sorry. With a head coach like DeMeco Ryans, defensive minded, you should not let those quarterbacks beat you. I'm sorry. I don't care what your offense does, but as far as defense, you cannot let them beat you. So I would love to see 12-5, but I'm going to stick with my 10-7.
Okay, and I guess I'm on the run the table train. I think we're gonna win out just because
let's run a train, man.
Yeah, let's run a train. You know what I'm saying?
Let's run a train.
Since the schedule's in our favor and everything. But I think we can run the table and everything, so that'd be good. So before we end the show, do any of you guys? Matter of fact, let me bring this up. What's on my mind? Give me you guys' first reaction when you seen that Trevor Lawrence injury. What was your guys' first reaction? Well, what did you guys think, like right when it happened?
Division wide open.
Division wide open.
Division wide open. It's not over with.
Harley.
Shocked. And yeah, I went, I feel bad for you. All right, I'm done feeling bad for you now. That monkey's off the back now. All right, here we go. That's just me. I mean, it is what it is. That's football. Hey,
in that moment, I became a Bengals fan. In that moment, I was like, "Come on, Bengals, finish this game, get this win."
I was Bengals.
I
was a Bengals fan when kickoff started, so I agree. Yeah.
I mean, my issue is like it shouldn't have been that close to the game to begin with.
No.
Come on, Jacksonville. Like I'll give them their credit. Like they were 8-3. Come on, or 8-4 and whatever. Like, come on, man. Like there ain't no way Jake Browning should be competitive with you in a shootout with Trevor Lawrence.
But you know what? Primetime games do that though. Primetime games,
I know
quarterbacks act differently at night. I don't know what it is.
As much as they hype Trevor Lawrence,
you
don't tell me Jake Browning's supposed to be in a shootout with him. No, man. Come on now.
I'm gonna pull a Crenshaw and I'm gonna say game film. There's no game film on them. Like so, I mean, there's a plus to Browning. Like the Bengals can throw everything out there because the Jaguars can't cover it. So I think they had a little upper hand. But you're right, Harry. That 8-3 doesn't matter what it is. You got your game plan, and you got to adjust, and you got to be 8-3 team and not let Browning beat you. So I agree.
All right. So before we end the show and you guys let us know where we can find your content, I'm gonna say that I know you guys are younger than me, Harley and Ruben, but I look at you guys as OGs in content creating and everything. So I know you guys on here last time I gave you guys flowers. I'm giving you guys flowers again. Ruben, you built your channel up. You doing your thing. Harley, you built your channel up. You doing your thing. Breakdowns, the whole 9 yards. So earlier I called you guys the Hardy Boys. I'm going to call you guys the New Age Outlaws.
Oh,
you didn't know?
It's the ROADDOGG. What's going on? Okay.
New Age Outlaws. So Ruben, tell the folks out here where they can find your great work at.
Yeah, so man, just on YouTube, type in 713 Houston Sportcast. Almost to 9,000 subscribers, about 130 away. You can find me and Harley on Spotify. Believe in Texans. We do a fantastic job there. 53 episodes in. Also this Monday, I will be hosting the post-game show on Bleacher Report, win or loss. So guys, check into that as well. And then shout out to my AFC South Roundtable where I now know a lot about the other teams. That's why I was able to give you some insight about the division race. But that's where you can find me, man. Hey, thank y'all so much for allowing me to be on here. Y'all got something going, man. Keep it up.
All right. And Mr. Harley Lee, tell us folks where they can find your great work at.
Yeah, you can find me at @TheLead_Houston anywhere on social media. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. We are less than 60 subscribers away to 5K. So, again, I appreciate everybody that has liked, commented, subscribed, and all that great jazz. Like Ruben said, you can find us on Believe in Texans podcast anywhere where you stream all your podcasting platforms. Again, that's Believe, BLEAV, Believe in Texans. And again, like Ruben said, man, I appreciate y'all having me on. Thank you for setting us up, scheduling, and I don't mind doing it again sometime.
All right. And Bo, tell the great folks where they can find your work at.
You can find me on all social media platforms, the same name, Bo Diggity 713. I'm on Instagram, X and TikTok. So yeah, that's where you can find me at.
All right, Mr. Bridge, let the folks know where they can find your work at.
Yeah, you can find me at A1 Day 1 Texans, also at fanbattlesports.com, where I write some articles about the Houston Texans. But yeah, guys, like Ruben and Harley said, make sure you like and subscribe to their channel. It only takes one click to support their channel and to support ours. So it goes a long way, what most people don't know. So if you like the great work all of us are doing, some great work, go ahead and support us by hitting that subscribe button.
All righty. And you can find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw on all social media platforms. Guys, great episode tonight. And let's get this win Sunday against the Jets. Matt, we out.
They had a Pro Bowl for talk shows. We get selected. We gonna celebrate every win.